If you follow us on social media, you'll know we've been asking for your tech questions, from little niggles to mental meanders around how stuff works. Well, we've got some answers for you. Juliet's up first, tackling what airbags are and answering what tech behavior is socially unacceptable.
Airbags come standard on pretty much every new car these days. They've saved millions of lives around the world. But every now and again, you hear a horror story about a bag that deployed while someone was driving, or even wound up hurting someone when it deployed. So how safe are airbags? How do they work? And is it better to not have them? The airbags work by setting off an explosive charge inside a chamber within the device. The explosive charge fills the airbag with gases produced by the explosion, expanding the bag in a matter of milliseconds. This bag of inflated gas then cushions you from the hard impact you would otherwise face. The bag is also designed to deflate very quickly after it has been deployed. Otherwise, the impact of the airbag would cause its own damage, or it would pop and not provide much protection at all. It sounds rather violent, doesn't it? But the safety an airbag provides far outweighs the risks. The risks, however, do need to be taken into account. Bearing in mind that airbags deploy at around 300 kilometers per hour, they can be incredibly dangerous to children, especially if a young child is sitting in the passenger seat. Children under 12 should always sit in the back seat, as airbags aren't designed to provide protection for someone that small. If an infant's car seat is placed on the passenger seat, you need to ensure your car allows you to deactivate the front passenger airbag. While it is not deactivated, you're essentially placing your child on top of a highly explosive device. When placed so close, the force of the device alone could be deadly for the child. Airbags are designed to protect the average person in a car crash. This means that smaller, taller, and especially overweight people are at greater risk than most. How close you sit to the steering wheel can be an issue because the closer you are to the airbag when it deploys, the greater the impact. It is recommended that drivers be at least 25 centimeters from the steering wheel because of the airbag. There will always be horror stories that put you off certain safety features. However, you need to just look at the research to know that you have more of a chance of survival with these features than you do without. Just remember, airbags only work in conjunction with a seatbelt, so don't be a fool and strap yourself and your passengers in. You know when you're chatting to a friend about the awful day you've had at work, or asking them for advice about the divorce you're going through, and they're texting while you're talking? Yes, that. This, my friends, is socially unacceptable tech behavior. The same goes for those people who stand in a queue. Even worse, and also illegal, is texting while driving. But what else can be done? And how do we get people off their phones and back into real life? You must have seen the picture on Facebook, which shows a pile of phones placed in the middle of the table, and the first person to reach for the phone will be liable for the bill. This is a great start, but we need to do more. The relationships we have in real life are far more important than the virtual ones you think you have.